Let's bring in from Washington, NBC News Chief White House Correspondent Peter Alexander. He's covering the Harris campaign, and from West Palm Beach, Florida, NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hilliard with the Trump campaign. Vaughn, we will begin with you. Donald Trump returning to the White House. What are we hearing from him?
This is, for Donald Trump, a Republican Party and now a country that has given him a mandate to go and execute on the policies that he was quite explicit he intends to bring to Washington come 2025. That's tariffs of 20 to 30% on all goods. That's installing Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to oversee health care policy. That is a mass deportation program. Donald Trump has repeatedly said that he learned from his first administration and that he brought on the likes of James Mattis and John Kelly and Rex Tillerson, folks that he didn't actually know before the transition period. But this time around, he said that he will not make the same mistake again. Instead, he will look for loyal allies to install in the top capacities in his White House here. I'm told by a source who is with the campaign and the now soon-to-be transition that they're already eyeing a potential rally, quote, soon, for Donald Trump to go back on the road. Because you guys said it here. For 9 years, we have covered the MAGA movement. And for 9 years, we have traveled around this country watching millions of Americans buy into the idea of fake press, of stolen elections, of the deep states in the Justice Department. And now we have watched Donald Trump expressly here over the last month make the case that Donald Trump was right about everything and that Donald Trump will fix it. And now we have heard from voters time and again that they have suggested that they believe that Donald Trump is the best person to go inside of the White House and use the executive authority to make good for their lives. And now the transition process will begin here in Palm Beach imminently.
All right, Vaughn, thank you. Let's go to Peter Alexander, who's in Washington, D.C., standing by on Vice President Harris. When do we expect to hear from her, Peter?
Well, Mika, we do anticipate we're going to hear from her at some point later today. No indication exactly when that will happen. I'm getting some indications it could happen at some point this afternoon. She's expected to speak at Howard University, where several thousand of her supporters had arrived last night. They were joyful and optimistic. In the conversations I've been having with people in and around the campaign, they felt like they really had the trajectory on their side in the course of the last several days. A week ago, they said things seemed pretty tight, but now yesterday, they felt pretty optimistic going into the night. That quickly evaporated as the returns came in, one return after another, one state after another, falling into Donald Trump's category. And you could really just see the emotion in the eyes, these blank stares, these glum looks, some people embracing one another and appearing to share some prayers at the time. To give you a sense of sort of the field there was a party for donors in Washington, D.C., Harris donors. It was described to us by a Democrat in attendance as being like a funeral as the returns came in last night at Howard University. They ultimately muted the screen and turned music on to try to cheer folks up there. But there's going to be a real reckoning for the Democrats right now for a variety of reasons. Clearly, she underperformed with key demographics, underperformed in so many of the critical counties across the country. And she faced some real headwinds, to be very clear right now. 2/3 of Americans, according to exit polls, saying that they believe that the state of the country right now, they're dissatisfied with it or angry about it. Donald Trump won by a large margin, the 2/3 of Americans who said that the economy was either not so good or that it was poor right now. So a real frustration, not just about Kamala Harris, but about the Biden-Harris administration and sort of the direction of the economy. As they went to bed last evening, we did hear from the campaign chairman, Jen O'Malley Dillon, saying that the Blue Wall State had always remained their clearest path. They said they liked what they were seeing, but as they wake up this morning, obviously, it's a very different situation. Back to you.